What up? We're back on the ladder. Today we're going to be using a rental team that was provided by Jobe, somebody that subscribed to the channel and wanted to share their rental code for me to try out. And I thought this team looked pretty cool, so I wanted to use it. As you can see, it has Hisui and Samurott, which used to be a mainstay on my teams on this channel back in older regulations, but obviously it has fallen off in kind of the new ones. But I'm kind of interested to see what it can do now. It is Sash, so that's good. We can, you know, live a hit, and then we can probably flip turn out if we need to. We can Aqua Cutter, Ceaseless Edge, Knockoff is also probably pretty good as long as we don't run into any weird Arceuses. But it also has Gholdengo, pretty standard Gholdengo from what I can tell, Convert Cloak, all that. Dragonite looks to be a pretty just hard hitter. Extreme Speed, Tera Flying, Tera Blast, Ice Spinner, and Earthquake. Bandit, of course. So very generic Dragonite, but that's a good thing, because Dragonite is very strong no matter what you do with it. We also have Alomomola. I'm probably not going to use Alomomola unless we run in to another stall team, just because I don't like playing stall mons, and it just makes everything slower, and that's not enjoyable to play or to watch. So other than that, though, the main stars of this team, the legendaries, we got Kyogre, which is Tera Ground Choice Specs with Water Spout, Ice Beam, Thunder, and Tera Blast. I really like Tera Ground. That gives us an option against Miraidon, as long as we can live a hit, which I'm pretty sure we can live a hit. We're fucking Kyogre, and we can Tera Ground, obviously, as is, so we're gonna live against Miraidon. But Miraidon is running Electro Drift, Draco Meteor, U-Turn, and Mirror Coat, which I've run into a couple Mirror Coat Miraidons before, but I have never used it myself. And being Assault Vest with Mirror Coat, that should be fun if we're able to pull off a Mirror Coat on a strong special attacker like, say, Arceus or other mythical Pokemon that tend to run special movesets. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into some matches with this team. I am very excited to try it out. Alright, first match, we got... What the fuck am I looking at right now? Okay, so it is early. I record in the morning, you know this by now, if you've been watching for a while, because I say that like every video. But, Orthworm, Lapras, Servine, Minior, Vivillon, and Ribombee. So... I don't even know if I want to count this one, but we're gonna play it out, obviously. We're still kind of moving up the ranks. So we're gonna run into some teams like this. I swear to God, though, it's just when I'm recording that I run into these teams. As soon as I stop recording, I get the most meta shit possible. But anyway, they're probably gonna lead. I mean, Ribombee's a very good lead, but I don't know if this guy knows that. So, regardless, Bug Fairy, what can we do against that? Probably, I mean, Dragonite looks good, obviously, but Kyogre is probably very good as well. We're just gonna lead Kyogre. We don't really need to bring Miraidon as well. That seems like overkill, but we'll try it. Or not try, we'll bring it anyway, cause fuck it. Dragonite, let's see, Dragonite, do I want to bring Dragonite? Do I want to bring Samurott? Kinda want to try out Samurott. This looks to be a good team to try Samurott out on. The only thing is we only have water and dark type moves, but that shouldn't be a problem. Those are pretty good types to have offensively. So let's go ahead, get into this. Their lead mon is going to be the Minior, actually. Okay, so I'm expecting a Shell Smash here. Obviously, it's probably Focus Sash, Shell Smash. White Herb would be odd in this regulation. I used Minior way back. There's a very old video of me using Minior in like Regulation F or something. But White Herb would be weird just because of the offensive power in this regulation. But we're just gonna Water Spout. Yeah, he's gonna Tera as well, which isn't surprising. But if he's Tera Grass, I mean, it is what it is. This is still gonna do big damage anyway. He's gonna be Tera Normal. Okay. Why Tera Normal? Why Tera Normal? That's my... Okay. What the... I mean, I feel like we live this. Unless he's like Choice Band... Oh. What the... Okay. I have nothing to say on that. That's a very interesting Minior set. Kyogre goes down. I don't know. I don't know what to say there. I guess we go into Miraidon now. Okay, he is going to send out Earthworm. So, no real threat here. We're probably going to Tera Normal, just because I don't think I need Tera Dark on Samurott. So, you know, it's whatever. Let's go ahead for that. He cannot Tera, because he did that with his Minior for some odd reason. So we're just Tera Normal Electro Drifting here. And I don't think Minior, or not Minior, I don't think Earthworm is really gonna be able to do a whole lot to us. So we're just gonna go for this. He's probably gonna click Earthquake if I had to guess. I mean, he could, you know, predict this and go for a Steel move. That is what Earthworm kind of does, but let's see how much this Electro Drift does. It is going to just take him out. Okay. Filler ass battle. God damn. Alright, what's your last mon, man? What are you working with here? You had your Minior strat. It worked. Okay, your last mon's Lapras, and you don't have Tera. GG. Okay, this is fun. Let's just, yeah. 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 Okay. Let's get into another one. Okay, this time, still not really a great team. However, more powerful mons than the last guy. So we're going up, but Samurott, he has a Samurott as well. That's interesting. Great Tusk, have not seen a lot of that in this regulation, but I'm not going to doubt what it can do. Iron Moth, we know what Iron Moth does because I use one a whole lot in this regulation. But I'm interested in this guy's set. It's probably going to be similar. Iron Moth, you want to be really offensive. They have Lucario, which is interesting. Palmont, have not seen that mon in a very long time. I feel like its days are kind of over. But they have Dusknoir, which is not even close to a threat in my mind. So here's what we're going to do. They could lead with Great Tusk. That's kind of what I'm thinking is going to happen, unless Dusknoir is running a weird Destiny Bond set. So we're kind of safe to just lead Kyogre again. I want to bring Samurott again for the likes of Dusknoir, just because Knockoff is going to ruin that guy's entire plan. Miraidon, I'm actually not super interested in bringing to this one. I kind of want to just bring Dragonite and see what we can do there. The good thing about fighting these teams is that you can bring your weaker mons and see what they can do, because you don't have to heavily rely on your strongest mons against these guys. So he is going to lead Great Tusk, as expected. Now, he could Tera. He could very obviously Tera here to take a Water Spout better. But we're just going to go for it anyway, because nothing's gonna, like, make it not effective. Even if it's less effective than normal, it's still gonna do a shit ton of damage. So we're just popping it anyway. Even if he switches, anything is going to take massive damage from this Water Spout. So yeah, he is going to switch. He is switching here. Probably gonna go into Samurott, maybe? No, Dusknoir is coming in. Okay, interesting. Let's click this Water Spout. I'm gonna guess he Sash. No. Okay. Jobu, if you're watching, I know I'm fighting some weird teams right now, but I promise it's gonna get better. Okay, so his last one's Palmont. Okay. We're just clicking this again. Terra Ground. Just going for another Water Spout. This Kyogre sweep is about to go crazy. So, here we go. Popping that. Get the whole ass earth on our head. You already know how this shit goes. Okay. And now... Yep, go for it. Buddy, just DC. Just DC at this point. You weren't ready. And that's okay. Okay, he's gonna be Focus Sash. That makes sense. Pawmot runs Focus Sash pretty much all the damn time. Unless you were here very early on in Scarlet and Violet, and then it liked to run punching pads, or whatever that item's called, that powers up punching moves, which was kind of fun to use. But more often than not, Focus Sash Pawmot's the way to go. Anyway, even after taking damage, that Water Spout is going to kill the Pawmot. So, Great Tusk coming back in. He does still have Tera. Alright, we can't rule anything out. We're just gonna stay in. I have no reason to not stay in. Like, even though we're weakened, I have no reason to not stay in and go for Water Spout yet again. So, I imagine he Terras here. Yep. Kind of a Hail Mary Tera. We've seen it many times with weaker teams, or especially when we're beating the other guy pretty bad. He's gonna be Tera fighting. Okay, kinda glad I didn't switch then, because I just noticed, actually, that might kill us, but I just noticed, looking at this guy's team on my second monitor, the Dragonite that he's running is Inner Focus, and not Multiscale. I wonder if there's a reason for that. Typically, Multiscale is just better, but I don't know. I don't think it'll matter that much either. So we can just go into Dragonite here, just get as much damage off as we can. Obviously, Great Tusk does get the likes of Ice Spinner, but I'm just gonna go... Do we just click E-Speed? I think we just click E-Speed. Like, just in case. Okay, battle's cancelled anyway. Yeah, he cannot outspeed us. Alright, so there we go. Match number 2 is over. This might be the rare 4-matcher video, just to make up for these earlier matches not really being that competitive. But let's go ahead and get into another one. Okay, here's a better team. Koraidon and Miraidon. Damn. You actually don't see that often. It probably works, but Koraidon and Miraidon on the same team, with Fluttermane, Clodsire, Avalugg, and Mimikyu. So you don't see Avalugg that much. Kind of interested in what he wants to do with that, unless he's just trying to, like, get ribbons on it. But yeah, I don't know what he wants to do with Avalugg. Either way, this would be a good match to bring Alomomola to, just because Mimikyu, we'd be able to live a hit after a Swords Dance. Clodsire, we'd probably be able to outstall, but I kind of still don't want to bring it. I'm kind of wary of bringing Kyogre because of Miraidon and Clodsire, even though Terra Ground's good, just because I'm worried about Water Absorb on Clodsire. But we're going to go ahead and lead with Kyogre anyway, actually. My only worry is, of course, what I said about Water Absorb, but Mimikyu is also looking like a threat against Kyogre, just because obviously it can take a hit. Then, what I want to do is we will bring Miraidon, and I like having priority, so I'm going to bring Dragonite. Do kind of wish it had Multiscale instead of Inner Focus for this battle, but we'll still make it work. I thought about bringing Gholdengo, but it's just speed that's making that not a good option, because Gholdengo is not going to be able to outspeed Miraidon or Koraidon, especially because we're not scarfed on that one. So, we are just going to lead with this. We are going to go for Terra Ground, and we're actually going to go for Ice Beam here, because he could switch in to Koraidon, and we don't really want to be Water Spouting in the sun, and we do not want to have it just not be very effective as is, so we are going for Ice Beam here. Not going for Terra Blast, just because, like I said, he could have switched, and Ice Beam is just going to be the better option overall. So, here we are. Hopefully, he just clicks Electro Drift. He did not Terra, so we don't really have to worry about anything there. He is going to go for Calm Mind, which is annoying, but we do have the physical Dragonite in the back, so I'm not entirely worried as long as we can get some good damage on this guy. Alright, we get over half. That's good. Now, I kind of want to switch just to save Water Spout damage, but we probably don't outspeed Koraidon as is, and we would want to just go for Ice Beam anyway. Yeah, I'm not too worried about this. not too worried about this. If we get Draco'd, we get Draco'd. But hopefully luck is on our side and it misses. It does not. But we live anyway. So down goes Miraidon. Yeah, I had a feeling we would live. I was just hoping it would miss anyway so that we'd be able to take a hit from whatever else comes in, because we are not outspeeding Miraidon. And Miraidon's very easily going to kill us here. But not too much of a problem. Fluttermane's actually going to come in. I wonder if this is booster energy? It is! Okay, so I'm going to assume he actually doesn't have Miraidon. If this is a setup Fluttermane as well, I'm gonna freak the fuck out. But I don't think it is because of booster energy. So, okay, Moonblast, yep. Fair enough, fair enough. Down goes Kyogre. So this is scary now, because we don't have Tera. But we are very defensive on Miraidon. We do have Mirror Coat, we do have Assault Vest, so I'm actually going to try out the Mirror Coat strats here, because he is just going to go. He knows we don't have Tera, he knows that Moonblast is going to do a lot of damage to us, so we are clicking Mirror Coat here. I swear to God if he reads this. Okay, Moonblast, we just have to live now. Okay, perfect. But that didn't do as much as I wanted it to do. However, Mirror Coat's still gonna do the trick. I love that. I'm kind of really fucking with the Mirror Coat here. That is insane. Alright, see what the last mon is. Okay, it is going to be Clodsire. So, yeah, not bringing Miraidon to this one. Kind of thankful for that. Now all we have to do is figure out a way to take care of this guy. So, we have Earthquake and we have Ice Spinner on Dragonite, so not too worried about really keeping this guy alive. I'm just going to click Draco and get as much damage off as I can. That's going to do a clean half, which is very nice. He's going to go for Curse. Not what I wanted to see, just because that's a little annoying for Dragonite to not get as much damage off as I would have. But he is at half. I'm going to save this turn. He wants to go for Recover, maybe. So I'm actually just gonna switch out into Dragonite at this moment. We don't have to worry about getting hit by an Earthquake, at least, which I assume is what his offensive go-to is going to be against Miraidon. So, Dragonite coming in. Let's see what he does. He does go for Recover as predicted, so I am very okay with that. Now, what do we want to go for? What do we want to go for? Okay, we're just clicking Earthquake. Earthquake gonna be the best bet. Okay, here we go. He might want to stall us with Recover, but it is a losing battle, actually, if he does that. He could go for Protect here. Let's see, he has Toxic, Recover, Curse. There's no way he has Protect, actually. It's his 4th slot. Okay. So we're just clicking EQ again. We don't really have to worry about going for E-Speed because we outspeed this guy, obviously. So, he either quits or we Earthquake. He's gonna Tera. Tera Flying, brother? Is that what we're going for here? You still lose. I hope you know. No, Tera Ground. That, I don't really think that saves you at the health you're at. Maybe after the Black Sludge. Let's see. Let's see, we're banded. Okay, yeah. That's going to take care of him. Perfect. Perfect. That was a really good match for us. This team is definitely putting in work. Let's actually go ahead and get into the rare 4th match. Just because I'm feeling bad about the earlier matches still. Okay, now here is a goddamn team. Arceus, Shadow Rider, Urshifu, Gliscor, Primarina, and Toxtricity, which is the odd one out. Very obviously. He probably wants to just lead Arceus, if I had to guess. He could also lead Gliscor, obviously, but I really think that as of now, it's still very early in the regulation, and I think people just want to set up on Arceus more than anything, so it's our best option there, because there's no way to know if he's physical or special at the moment. So, we don't have setup. That's the only thing about this team. Gholdengo has Nasty Plot, so I guess we do have setup, but it's just the speed tiers, man. Because let's look at this Gholdengo. Yeah, we're not really invested in speed at all. We are very defensive, though. It's good to know. You know what? We might be good against Arceus on Gholdengo. He can't hit us with E-Speed or anything. So, we're gonna try it. We're gonna try it. We're gonna go Kyogre, and then Miraidon does look good. It's just Gliscor that's kind of fucking me up, but I still feel like it's our best option anyway. So we're gonna go with those three. We're gonna try out the Gholdengo here. Hopefully he leads with Arceus. It is a normal Arceus, unless I am completely brain dead and forgot that it doesn't show forms, but I'm pretty sure it shows forms. So he's actually gonna lead with Toxtricity. Okay. So I don't really know what this thing does. Have not fought that many of them. Maybe it gets Dark Pulse though, so that could be a little scary. But I think what I want to do is just set up a nasty plot and see what we can do. Okay. He's gonna go for Toxic Spikes, which is a little annoying, but it's also not the end of the world against the monster we brought. Unless he has Gliscor, and then he just stalls us out, which would be very annoying. But we're just gonna click Shadow Ball here, see what this Toxtricity wants to do. I saw that we are very defensive, very healthy on this Gholdengo, EV-wise. So let's see if we can live a hit of whatever this guy wants to do, or if he just wants to set up more spikes, which he does, just want to set up more spikes. Probably all Toxtricity can really do in this regulation. So let's see, the Shadow Ball, he might be sashed, but this should, okay, he is going to be sashed. So 3 layers of Toxic Spikes are coming our way, which is unfortunate. We don't have any poison types to get rid of that. So another Shadow Ball it is. He goes for Endeavor. We're Ghost type. You're kind of stupid, but Shadow Ball here will take care of the Toxtricity. Alright. So at least we're set up now. As I've said though, a couple times now, we're not the fastest thing in the world. This little string cheese man cannot move very fast. But now we are going to see the Shadow Rider Calyrex. So obviously this guy's going to Astral Barrage us, and it's probably going to do a lot of damage. But we could try to go for Tera Flying here. My only thing is that Tera Normal on Miraidon is going to be very helpful against the likes of this thing. So, you know what? We are just going to go for a Shadow Ball ourselves. Hope we live. We probably do not, but we're gonna hope we don't. Yeah, I could have Terrored there. Actually not sure if it would have made a difference against Calyrex. He is gonna get Grimnay, which is unfortunate, but we have Miraidon in the back with AV, with Tera Normal, so this is a very good option for us. The poison is unfortunate, but we are going to come in here. Hopefully he just thinks that we're on Miraidon to try to outspeed, but in reality, we're avoiding his Astral Barrage. So, here we go. Hopefully he clicks AB again. Let's see. To get that gem on our head, we've used a lot of different Teras this episode. There's a lot of varieties in this episode, so I'm very happy about that. I do like seeing that. Yep, he does go for AB. Obviously not gonna affect us, so that's hella good. Let's go for this Electro Drift. Hopefully it kills. Yes, it does. Okay, perfect. Down goes that threat. We fucking hate the horse around here. Badly designed mon in every single way, in my opinion. But that's fine. See what his last mon is going to be. Probably just gonna be that Arceus. He still has Tera, so here's the Arceus. Alright. So he still has Tera, like I said. I'm thinking, though, that it's just gonna be Tera Normal. I could be wrong. Could be Ghost, could be Fairy. Regardless, Electro Drift is gonna be the way to go. Okay, Cosmic Power. So I'm not super worried about this. I just have to read what he wants to go for. Like, if he wants to keep setting up Cosmic Powers. Which he probably does. He probably wants to just stall us out. Okay, he's gonna be Leftovers Arceus, so he's very bulky. He's very bulky. We have to look out for that. We're gonna click Electro Drift again. Yep. He's gonna go for another Cosmic Power. Probably just stalling us out. I could U-turn this next turn and see what I can do with Kyogre more than anything. Because if I had to guess, this would be the turn he recovers. No, he outspeeds. He could go for another Cosmic Power. Not gonna abbreviate that one. But, let's go for U-turn. Let's go for U-turn. Let's get out of here. Yep. Okay, he is going to recover that turn. That's perfect. I'm very much fine with that. This is a very annoying Arceus set, so we might be here for a minute. But let's see what Kyogre can do. Let's find out, let's find out. We will set up Rain, so it'll be a good opportunity to go for Water Spout regardless. Although we take poison damage, we're gonna get outsped. Maybe it's not a great Water Spout. Let's go for Thunder and hope we get a Paralysis. Let's try to get a Para with the Thunder. I think that's, like, our best option. So, yep, Thunder. Here we go. Let's just hope for that 10%. I think it's 10% on Thunder. Let's go for it. See what we can do. Cosmic Power again. That's fine. You keep going for that. We are, unfortunately, playing the long game right now. Thunder, come on. It's not going to do big damage, but let's hope for the Para. Yes! Yes! Okay. First try. First try Para. That's all I could ask for. That's really, 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 really good. Okay. We're going to keep going for it. We're going to keep going for it. I feel like we're a stronger attacker with Kyogre than we are with Miraidon. So, we're just going to keep clicking it. We outspeed now, which is also really good. Okay, just stay paralyzed. Cosmic Power again, alright. We can stay here, bro. We can stay and do this all day. This just makes for a longer video, which unfortunately is going to be a pain in the ass on my computer for rendering, but it is what it is. Let's go for Thunders again. All we can really do. I might end up speeding this up if he's just going to keep going for Cosmic Power Recover, but I'm just really hoping for the Paras. Okay. So at this point, he is fully Cosmic Powered up, fully defensive, not much we can do against that. All we have to hope for is that he starts clicking Judgment, because then we can come in and Mirror Coat with Miraidon, and that'll be good. So either way, we'll die with Kyogre from Poison. This is really a battle of the status effects. We have to hope that he gets paralyzed before we die from Poison. Okay. There's the Para. So, there's one turn of it. There's one turn. The rain stops, which is unfortunate. Now Thunder is likely to miss, so we have to switch out yet again. Unless this kills us. Can this kill us? Unfortunately not. I'm staying in and going for another Thunder. Okay, it hits. Worth it. Stay parried. God damn it. Okay. I really should just forfeit and get out of here, but we kind of have to play the long game right now. Okay, down goes Kyogre. It's fine. Okay, now Alomomola might have been good here, but that would have made this drag on even longer. Unfortunately, this Arceus set is what you have to deal with in this regulation, probably a lot of times. This is why I like fighting offensive Arceus more, but it is what it is. We're going for Electro Drift. Not even worth it to really click Mirror Coat at this point, so we just have to hope that he gets paralyzed like every turn. Okay, now he's fully Cosmic Powered up. You know what, we'll stay. If he gets out of paralysis one more time, or let's see how much poison damage we take. Okay. If he does not get paralyzed this turn, we'll forfeit. It's definitely a loss if he doesn't get parried this turn. So Survey says he takes this little bit of Electro Drift damage and Body Press. Okay, he just ends it for us. So either way, he was actually a physical Arceus all along. So that's that. If you made it to the end, which I don't blame you if you didn't, because of this match. But this was a really fun video. Thank you for the team Jobe or Jobu. I don't know which one it is. Your ad says Jobu, but your channel says Jobe. Either way, thank you for the team. If anybody else has a rental code that they would like me to try out in this regulation, just drop it in the comments and I will get around to it if I like the team. Other than that, like, comment, subscribe if you want. We do have the hype feature on this channel now, so if you can find that button and you want to click it, that helps us in the algorithm, I think. I don't know, the last video got a couple hypes on it, and it did get more impressions, but it didn't really help the video, like, grow that much, at least as of now. But either way, go ahead and click it anyway. It's funny. It'll help, probably. But, yeah, I don't know how to end videos, so